Hey y'all, Dark Lord Deuce, aka the Elden Armor. We're gonna go over a video that I done a year ago and redo it. It's kind of the unspoken rules of dueling. And guys, when I say the unspoken rules of dueling, this means if you're trying to better yourself on the dueling scene and getting to be known as a duelist, these are what you have to follow and go by to earn the respect of people and have bragging rights. Number one is there's no healing, guys. There's no heal from afar. There's no bestial vitality, boom's blessing, Erd tree blessing, icon shield. The only thing that people really don't care about is the blessed dew talisman. And most of all, guys, the worst thing you can do is the cockroach suit, which is royal remains. Um, Used to, guys, I used to say a long time ago, the fight don't even start till I get red and blue feathered with another negation talisman on and then a cockroach suit, and then that's when the fight really starts. The reason for that is, guys, it heals you up to 20%, but the way it heals so fast, and up to that percentage, and you stay in your red and blue. Once you get between 15 and 20% with one negation talisman on and the blue and red feather, you can do a shitload of damage. Don't have to hit somebody probably 3 or 4 times if they're level 125 in the meta. And then you can take just about any one shot from any weapon at that level. Now, number two, and like I said, guys, this is rules if you're wanting to go by to try to earn respect and have bragging rights. So the second rule is going to be you have to be the same level. There's none of this, oh, it's the same bracket, he's level 125 and I'm 150. It don't work like that. You got to be the same level, guys. If you want to brag and saying you whoop somebody and you're talking shit about it, you definitely have to be the same level. So don't think because you're on a max level tune and you can hit somebody one time and one shot them, which is the way most max level fights go. It's either one or two big smashes and it's over with. You know, at the meta, it's a lot more technical, as far as, the tech you use, the animation cancels and stuff like that, and your movement and your spacing. So, rule number two is going to be you have to be the same level to have bragging rights. Now, rule number three, guys, and it's just my personal opinion, is there's a lot of broken shit right now in Elden Ring. Ashes of War on certain weapons. Certain weapons have an ungodly amount of hyper armor, like the Rakshasa. A lot of shit has a bunch of their attacks that have priority. We all know what the broken Ashes of War and spells and weapons are in this game, just like the Bombo and shit like that and Potas. So rule three would be is if you're trying to earn somebody's respect, don't use a weapon that's not tournament legal if you're trying to earn respect in dueling. Duelists are going to have a lot more respect for you if you use a weapon that's not broken and then win. They're going to give you more credit that way. That's like just saying if you main Potas and then you beat everybody that you've done something. Well, you're going to beat a lot of people like that, but when you run into a skilled duelist, they're going to parry that shit, or something's going to happen bad. Or if you're using, like I got the backhand blades on, just setting and spamming blind spot at the right time and hitting one button to win, that's not looked good upon. It's kind of frowned upon really bad, guys. So those are kind of your three main do not do it rules to dueling. Like I said, rule number one is no type of healing, guys, besides the blessed dew, and most of the time don't even use that. Number two is going to be you have to be the same level to have bragging rights, guys. Always remember, if you got more levels, you can do more shit with your build and have even though it's 25 levels and it don't seem like a lot, it really is. The damage is higher, the negation is higher, just like a strength build. For every point of strength you get, it makes your physical negation go up, just like a dex build. For every point of dex, your non-physical negations go up. So you have to be the same level. And then number three, like I said, guys, in my opinion, is use something that's not completely broken, and you'll get a lot of respect like that. Now, backhand blades especially were really frowned upon because of Swift Slash and Blindside when they first come out. and they've really toned them down. And I think there's a lot more shit out there that's more broken than that, but still a lot of people, frown on them because of how much damage and how fast they are. But I'm going to show you guys a couple videos, man. We're going to do some commentary on them, of some cringe play styles and builds and stuff, and kind of explain to you going through it. But as always, guys, if you like the video, like, subscribe, and share. And as I always say, guys, God bless and take care. Elden Armor. Out, y'all. Laters. Alright, guys, here's the commentary I promised you guys. Now, this is not how you want to start a duel out if you're wanting any kind of respect. I mean, Stars of Ruin is just a really, really bad spell that, if a mage is laggy, there's just about no way you can dodge it. And of course, if you do that, 99% of the time you're going to get shit potted. Now, I got a really nasty message from this guy. I'll actually display it right after this fight. The reason me and this guy kind of had words was simply because not only did he use the most broken, annoying weapons in the game, which is the duelist shield and the fucking smith's grip shield. When you do switch over and you hard swap and then you switch to another broken weapon, that's not gonna, it's not gonna impress anybody. I'm not great with the scythe at all, and the only reason I was using it is because it had kick, and I knew, as soon as he started with the dueling shield, that was all it was going to be, was that shit. So, this is going around rule 3 of not using broken shit if you, kind of want some respect, even though there's ways around everything, guys. Not everybody's going to know them. And then, like I said, people who are very skilled that can use about anything, a lot of this shit, if they use it, you're going to have no chance. And then another thing he does right there is he backs up and casts, a passive heal. So not only is he using a passive heal, every broken weapon in the game, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to just do anything and everything he can, no matter how cringe to win. And guys, that's not, like I said, it's not how you're going to get any kind of respect for the dueling community. Me being really a piece of shit there too and going to shield poking, it's kind of frowned upon too, but that was just kind of the point, to make sure that I didn't lose that match. Now this guy, the reason I was real controversial about this one, as you can see when I seen him, going to buff, I backed off, he done the same. So, I thought this was going to be a free shield duel. And then, the fan daggers to knock off a buff like that, guys, it's just, I understand why I used to do it, but it does get annoying. Now the frost plots, guys, if you have, somebody has latency to you, those things are damn near, on some people's latency are impossible to dodge. All they gotta do is free aim them and throw them. If they throw them anywhere in the vicinity, it's gonna land. Even if they don't really hit you, it's gonna show that you hit. Now, not only does he keep spamming those, and the only thing he's really attacking with is something that has priority over just about everything, which is the running R1 or the crouch poke. He's, every time I get it far enough away, he's using that, which is, it's not that bad. It's just annoying to do with the horse stomps frost or whatever it's called. But you'll see here in just a second, when he, keeps doing this, it's just over and over, completely just spamming, frost pots and that, and then only using the one attack. But it ends up, it comes to bite him in the ass right here in just a second, guys. You can see right here, he got endurance to run an R2. And even though I don't think I was going to shit pot him, then I was like, well, damn, you want to keep spamming shit here, take this home with you, voluntary or not. But guys, like I said, in the dueling community, it's always going to be about skill. Now this guy here, man, he has a lot of latency to me, and he has some videos out. This guy, Zano's got some of the best internet there is. His name's, I think, Swoosh TV or some shit like that. And he's real latent. And not only is he latent, guys, people don't understand how broken really Madness, especially on Vikes, is. But he also switches every time he gets low to the rural remains. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of got his feelings here. Out of 3 matches, he won 1, and it was kind of my fault that he done it, because he switched over to the rural remains on me again. and I just being stupid with the red feather. He only had to hit me 3 times from full health to kill me. But you can see right here, he's wanting to play passive, try to get as much health as he can back, and only, and wait for me to come in. And I decided to kind of bait him with this tactic. It's got a lot of hyper armor, and I knew as soon as he started in, it was over for him. And of course, I had to get him his complimentary ship pod to take home with him. Well, not just one. We had to add a bunch of them to it, guys. If you're going to throw one, you might as well keep throwing them all. And guys, when you throw ship pods, it's so much more satisfying than it is if you drop them, I promise. Now, here's the same guy, guys. And this was actually the first fight. And I'm using a weapon that is nowhere near what they would consider meta. It's just a weapon that I really like, a sword. But you can see here in a second when he hits me with his crouch pose, how much damage it does. It's not that bad, but you see just even one hit and one just phantom hit, I'm almost madness. And the thing with Vike shield or spears, guys, is if you get hit with those and actually it procs, if you get proc with madness, not only does it do a shit ton of damage, it leaves you wide open and vulnerable. And then literally, if you can proc madness in 2 little bitty hits or 2 banks or whatever, all that's going to happen is you got to hit them with a 2-handed R2 and it's over with. Now, I got away with a little bit there where the latency was on my side that time, and kind of got away with a little bit though. And you can see here I switched to a different weapon and try to get something that's a little more accurate. Now, if he would have attacked right there a minute ago when I was out of endurance, it would have probably been game for me. But as you see, I switched down. He's switching over to Rural Remains here in just a second. I think he only used 1 piece, but you can see me trying just to throw some of those to get it, to land a hit on him. And I know what he's getting ready to do is going to be something cringe, and he comes with these. And I'm like, well, I got those too. You see the second time he catches me with it. And the way those work, guys, is once you do the little run, you got to kind of wait, and if they don't dive, you got to wait till they go to roll, and then whatever way they roll, as soon as they go to roll, they'll throw it. Because if not, and you roll into it, it will miss. And you see right here, I was kind of stupid and drank a potion a little bit too soon. And I go ahead and get him back with this, and then all of a sudden, I'm trying to finish up that because I knew it as soon as he done it again. A little bit of damage that would throw off from the initial dash from the lightning would take care of it. And of course, you got to shit pot him every time. Me and this guy have been doing this for a long time. It actually started with him doing it. After I'd beat him about 60 times, I'd say in a row, he finally won one and shit potted me, and I never had him. So once you do that to me, guys, from there on out, it's going to be shit pots galore. Now, this guy here was good. The whole fight was really good. I had no problem with anything he done besides right at the end. Like I said, guys, there's no healing in duels, and when you switch over to that cockroach suit, man, if I win, I'm definitely going to shit pot you every time. But me and some of the friends I fight with, and learned a lot from them. They've learned a lot from me. We always say, pretty much if you cockroach suit, that's a win. From the time that you put the cockroach suit on, it's a win. Like I said, sometimes, guys, 1 piece isn't that bad, and you just see me here trying to trade in to get the fight over with, and then never thought after, I got him done that far and he'd run around that he would actually go to it. There he is. And then when you do this, fan daggers are kind of broken too, guys. It's a little bit damaged, but I'm trying to keep, the healing he's got from actually, getting him healed back up enough where he can take a whole shot. Of course, your Royal Remains, guys, every one of them will shit punch you. But as always, guys, the Elden Ring Pvp.